Hello students. Now we are going to start with module number 4, that is measures of dispersion. The objectives of this module is understand the significance of arithmetic mean in measuring central tendency, prepare a frequency distribution table, calculate mean by shortcut method, calculate weighted arithmetic mean, understand the location of median by graphical analysis, differentiate between quartiles, deciles and percentiles, calculate mode, explain and calculate geometric and harmonic mean, calculate position values. So these are the objectives of module number 4, that is measures of dispersion. Measures of central tendency, that is mean, median, mode, indicate the central position of the series. They indicate the general magnitude of the data, fail to reveal all the peculiarities and characteristics of the series. They fail to reveal the degree of the spread out or the extent of the variability in individual atoms of the distribution. This can be explained by certain other measures known as measures of dispersion or variation dispersion. Now, what is range? So range is simplest method of studying dispersion. It takes less time to compute the absolute and relative range. Range does not take into account all the values of a series. That is, it considers only the extreme or atoms and middle atoms are not given any importance. So definition of range. Range is the difference between the smallest value and the largest value of a series. While computing range, we do not consider frequencies of different groups. So range equal to large value minus small value. So a difference between the two. Merits and demerits of range. It is easiest, the merits we will first discuss. That is, it is easiest to calculate and simplest to understand even for a beginner. It is one of those measures which are rigidly defined. It gives us the total picture of the problem even with a single glance. Demerits are, range is not based on all the terms. Only extreme atoms reflect its size. Hence, range cannot be completely representative of the data as all other middle values are ignored. Due to above reason, range is not a reliable measure of dispersion. Mean deviation is defined as a value which is obtained by taking the average of deviations of various atoms from a measure of central tendency, mean or median or mode, by ignoring negative signs. So definition is, for a given set of observation, mean deviation is defined as the arithmetic mean of the absolute deviation of the observations from an appropriate measure of central tendency. Merits and demerits of mean deviation. Merits are, it is simple to understand, it is easy to calculate, it is based on all the observations of a series. It shows the dispersion or scatter of the various atoms of a series from its central value. It is not very much affected by the values of extreme atoms of a series. Demerits are, it is not rigidly defined in the sense that it is computed from any central value, for example, mean, median and mode, and thereby it can produce different results. It is not capable of further algebraic treatment. It is affected much by the fluctuations in sampling. Standard deviation. In statistics, the standard deviation is a measure that is used to quantify the amount of variation or dispersion of a set of data values. A standard deviation is the positive square root of the arithmetic mean of the squares of 0. It is also referred to as root mean square deviation. There are 4 ways of calculating standard deviation for raw data. Number 1, when actual values are considered. Number 2, when deviations are taken from actual mean. And third is when deviations are taken from assumed mean. And fourth, when step deviations are taken from assumed mean. Merits and demerits of standard deviation are: it is rigidly defined, it is based on all observations of the series, and hence it is representative. So it is amenable to further algebraic treatment. Demerits are: it is more affected by extreme items. It cannot be exactly calculated for a distribution with open-ended classes. It is relatively difficult to calculate and understand. Now we shall see quartiles. So quartile is also one of the very useful topics in statistics. In the median, a useful measure of dispersion can be found from the lesser and higher quartile. So quartiles divide the whole series into 4 equal parts. So there are 3 quartiles, namely first quartile denoted by Q1, second quartile denoted by Q2, and third quartile denotes by Q3. So second quartile is nothing but median, since it denotes the position of the atom in the series. It is position average. Deciles. Deciles divide the whole series into 10 equal parts. So there are 9 quartiles, namely first decile denoted by D1, second decile denoted by D2, and ninth decile denoted by D9. So fifth decile is nothing but median, since it denotes the position of the atom in the series. It is a positional average. Percentiles. The percentile of a value is the percentage of numbers that are less or equal to that value. In other words, a value of variable below which certain percent of observations fall. Percentile is defined as the values that divide the whole series into 100 equal parts. So there are 99 quartiles, namely first quartile denoted by P1, second is P2, and so on. So 50th percentile is nothing but median, because it denotes the position of the atom in the series. It is a positional average. So in this way, we will discuss this measures of dispersion in detail in this topic. Thank you.